The 2025 season has made one fact painfully clear. Max Verstappen is Red Bull. The Dutchman has scored 187 points on his own, while his teammate Yuki Tsunoda has managed only 7. Without Verstappen, Red Bull would be battling midfield teams like Alpine or Haas. This disparity is alarming because it shows that Red Bull has stopped being a collective machine and has become entirely dependent on a single driver. It's a huge risk. One retirement, one injury, or one bad decision from Verstappen could bring the entire empire crashing down. Red Bull has effectively become a one-man team. Red Bull's engineering is brilliant, but also controversial. The car is designed for a very specific style: loose rear, aggressive corner entry, and knife-edge balance at the limit. That package is perfect for Verstappen's talent, but a nightmare for anyone else. Gasly, Albon, Pérez, and now Tsunoda all struggled, not because they were bad drivers, but because the car simply doesn't suit them. The machine is tailored for Max, and only Max can unlock its potential. What looks like genius driving is in part the result of a car custom-made for one man. The second driver's role has never been clearer and more humiliating: be a shield. Tsunoda, like Pérez before him, exists only to block rivals, disrupt other team strategies, and occasionally pick up scraps of points. There is no room for ambition, no chance to fight on equal footing. Red Bull has turned the second seat into a disposable role, a luxury placeholder in a place starring only Verstappen. And this toxic environment may be destroying careers that could thrive elsewhere on the grid. The seat next to Verstappen might be the most coveted and at the same time the most cursed in Formula One. Young talents dream of driving for Red Bull, but soon realize they've stepped into a minefield. The car isn't made for them, the pressure of being compared to Verstappen is unbearable, and the team's patience is almost non-existent. Gasly was discarded in months, Albon left with no legacy. Pérez lasted longer but was psychologically broken by the constant defeats. Now Tsunoda faces the same fate. Whoever takes that cockpit knows their reputation may not survive. Inside Red Bull, one phenomenon dominates: the Verstappen effect. He is so good that he hides the team's structural weaknesses. Bad strategies, he makes up for them. Pit stop mistakes, he recovers on track. A difficult car, he still finds speed. Red Bull doesn't need perfection because it has Verstappen. But this creates a dangerous addiction. The team has stopped thinking long-term, relying only on one man's brilliance. Without him, the fragility of the entire project could be exposed within weeks. Focusing only on Verstappen may guarantee drivers championships, but it sabotages the team's chances in the constructor standings. Mercedes, Ferrari, and McLaren count on two cars scoring heavily each weekend, while Red Bull runs as a half team. Every point missed by the second car is a free gift to the rivals. The outcome is obvious. Even with Verstappen shining, Red Bull no longer dominates the constructor standings as it once did. The imbalance between one star and one passenger is too costly. What if Verstappen decides to leave, or simply has an off-season filled with technical or personal issues? Red Bull has no plan B. There is no second driver ready to step up, no car adaptable to different driving styles. The team lives with a real risk of collapsing overnight because it has put all its eggs in one basket. This kind of dependency is never sustainable in the long run. Without Verstappen, Red Bull could fall from the top to the midfield in record time. In the end, the uncomfortable question is this: is Red Bull still a Formula One team, or has it become just a platform to glorify Verstappen? The numbers, the car design, and the strategy all point in the same direction. Milton Keynes has become a one-car operation. It's a daring bet that delivers wins and titles, but it places the entire future at risk. If Verstappen is everything, then Red Bull is nothing without him. And maybe, without realizing it, the team has already turned into something more fragile than its rivals could ever imagine.